Hello everyone and welcome to Pretty Peacock's Nursery. I have here with me, this is one of my Lee Middleton dolls that I spoke about earlier on an earlier video. I know I said I have a few of them for sale. He is not one of them. He is probably my most favorite Lee Middleton doll I have. He is the lions, tigers, and bears doll. He doesn't have a name. I haven't named him, given him a name. And as you know, with Lee Middleton dolls, their vinyl only comes up to like right there on the legs and like right here on the arms. So, but they are weighted and they are very realistic, and their head falls back when you pick them up. And I just think that this little guy has the cutest little expression on his face. I mean, he's just beautifully painted. And let's see if I can pick him up here. I don't have my camera on the tripod because it's the middle of the night and I can't sleep. So I thought, what better time to do a video than now? Everybody's asleep, everything's quiet. So I'm going to just pick him up, maybe. I'm just going to sit him up a little bit here. If you look on the back of these dolls, it tells, so he was painted by Reva Chic, and I believe that's how you say her last name. And I don't know if Reva is doing painting anymore, but he is stamped. He's, got a cute little head of hair. I just think his hair color is beautiful. Now, granted, the hair on these dolls is not rooted. It's like I guess you would call it it's like just a piece that's on their head that they have hair coming out of. But this little guy, he poses very well. I mean, if you want to, because of the way he is made, he just poses very well. So his little lion here that came with him, he's in his original outfit that he came with. I'm so sorry. I'm like horrible at trying to video and talk at the same time without having this phone on a tripod. I'm so sorry. I may have to just try and see. I brought my tripod with me down here, so I may just have to try to set it up so that I'm not like waving the camera everywhere. But I've been having nights where I can't sleep, and I know it's because I've got a lot on my mind with changes that are going on, in the house, and my mother-in-law coming up to live with us, and I keep thinking, about different things I can do to get ready for her to come live with us. And so then I don't sleep, and I think, well, it's no big deal, because I'm going to be her caregiver, and I'll be taking care of her during the day. So I'm like, I can sleep during the day, but then in the day I can't sleep. I can't even nap. So, I don't know. Let me see. I wonder if I'm really not liking the fact that I'm holding this phone in my hand. I would rather have it fixed where I can, just have it on the tripod. And however, if I try to do this while I am making the video, I'll probably just make a mess and it'll have to be edited. So maybe I'll just hold it. I know I spoke in my earlier video about my mom-in-law coming up, and it's exciting. It is, but it's going to be a major adjustment. So I just wanted to hop on, mainly because I cannot sleep, and you have those nights where you can't sleep, and it's like, well, what do I do? It's like, I've tried to go back to sleep and I can't, so I might as well, do something that I enjoy. And ever since I started making these videos, I've truly enjoyed them. So I'm like, why not, come downstairs, and everybody's upstairs asleep, and I can, make a video and um, just enjoy, a little bit of time with this little one, because honestly, I haven't picked him up in quite a while. He's been sitting in my curio cabinet in the other room, and I just thought, why not spend a little bit of time with him? I haven't done that in a while. I really haven't done that since I started collecting reborns. Like I said in my last video, before I had started having children, and I had my first child when I was 25, I was collecting these Lee Middleton dolls because I've always loved dolls, always. And once I started having children, well, my collection went on hold, and it stayed on hold for 15 years. And, until my kids are a little older now, especially my daughter, who's 14 now, and she never really got into dolls. I know she went through, she enjoyed the Monster High dolls and the La Loopsy dolls for a while. But other than that, she was never into, baby dolls. So, but now that she's 14, she's, not into any of that. So, now that, and, my other two kids are both boys, so they don't, of course, care about dolls. So, I just started collecting again just this last year, and started collecting reborns. And like I said, my first one was the Saskia, my little Abigail, and absolutely love her. And just the, it's a funny story. I started out, I had bought a doll. It wasn't off of eBay. I can't remember, but just offline. I just got online and I saw this doll in this really cute outfit. He looked really cute. And I already had a name picked out for him. Couldn't wait for him to get here. And he finally got here. And I was so disappointed because now he was in the beginning price range for, a doll. I think he was like $80. So it was in the beginning price range. And I knew he wasn't a reborn, but he looked realistic enough in the picture. So I got him here. I was incredibly disappointed. I mean, his outfit was absolutely adorable, but his hair, I took off his little hat, and his hair was just awful. I mean, it was like, okay, obviously, this is more of a baby doll than it is a reborn. And then I come to find out it did come from China. So I was like, okay, well, there's my problem right there. That, it's a mass production doll. So, and I see this doll now that I've, had this doll, and I've since sold this doll because I wasn't happy. And, so it sold really fast. Of course, I didn't list it for what I paid for it, but it sold within a day. It was gone. And I made sure, because I do sell on Mercari, that I told them, this is not a collector's item. This is a toy. If you're looking for a collector's item, this is not it. This is a toy. I made sure that I put that in my post because I didn't want anyone to be surprised, I guess, the way I was when I got this doll, because I was very surprised. I knew it wasn't a high-end doll, but at the same time I expected it to have a little more detail than what it did. And like I said, the hair was just awful. I mean, it was a baby doll. It was a baby doll. That's what it was. And just for a little kid to play with. So, anyhow, I ended up selling it. And, I believe that the person that bought it was very happy with it. But I wanted to make sure that I didn't lead anybody on by saying, this is a reborn doll, and this is, you're getting a collector's item when it wasn't a collector's item. So that's how I got started. So I got rid of that doll, and then I was looking around and I found my Saskia that I have now, and I thought, okay, this baby looks a little more realistic. But I was still nervous. I bought her, but I thought surely this doll has got to be, you know, better than the other doll. I mean, she was over $400. So I was like, surely. But I was nervous given the experience I had just had, and so I got her here, and I was very happy. I was just amazed. Being my first reborn, I was amazed how soft her hair was. I was just amazed at the detailing on her. So that's a little story of how I got into reborns. Bought one that I thought was going to be a little more detailed than it was. Ended up being very disappointed. Sold it. Found a Saskia. Got her and was very pleasantly surprised. And then I just almost became immediately, I hate to say, for lack of a better word, addicted to this hobby. I hate using that word, but in a sense, that's what it was. That just like drew me in, and I was hooked. And ever since then, I have been into the hobby. I know a lot of people sell these Lee Middleton dolls for and they'll list them as reborns. I feel, and maybe some people do really think they are reborns. I don't see this Lee Middleton doll, I don't see this as a reborn. I see it as a very well painted doll, but I don't see it as a reborn. It may look like a reborn, but I don't consider it a reborn because most reborns have at least 3/4 arms and legs. He does not. I have one Lee Middleton doll that's like a toddler size, and I believe her legs go all the way up. But that's it. All the other ones I have are like go up 1/4 of the way, and that's about it. But this little face on him, I just could not get over it. I mean, to me, that's just such a precious little face. But like I said, I don't consider my Lee Middleton dolls reborns. And some people may think they are. I just don't consider them reborns. They're not as valuable. Even when I, first purchased these brand new, they were not as valuable as my reborns are. Like, I think I paid $120 to $170 for, my Lee Middleton dolls. And most reborns, I mean, you can get some, I guess, for that inexpensively. They may not be painted as well, but you can get some that you can find deals out there, or somebody just trying to get rid of a doll where you can find one at that price. But I would say most of them are, $300 and up. And I may be wrong, so please correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I'm new at this. I've only been collecting for almost a year now, and I've only been doing YouTube videos for the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm very, very new at this. So, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I enjoy spending my time, showing the dolls that I have, and just chatting about a topic that I might think is valid out in the doll community. I am on Doll Fan. However, I got on it and I was trying to figure out how to use it and to really just like get into it, and I never did really figure out how exactly it works, so I kind of never was getting on it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna renew my subscription to it because I have it, but I'm not ever on it. So that's kind of that. I do, have a Facebook account, but it's not for my dolls. It's just a regular Facebook account. So I haven't put any of my dolls on there. If I have a doll to sell, I put it on Mercari, and I do it that way. So that's kind of the latest. I know I made a video just, last night, but like I said, when you can't sleep, sometimes you just want to, chat about something. So here I am. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I think that's about it. All I wanted to share. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, and I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, because it is Tuesday now, technically. So at least for me it is. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.